lovies! So we went on a road trip to Bolinao with my husband's colleague early Friday morning around 1 a.m. The drive was so scenic, beautiful landscapes, farms, mountains, and a winding road up the hills. It was a long ride, but we were all excited to reach our destination, and the views along the way made it so worth it. When we finally arrived in Bolinao, we tried finding a place to grab a bite, but unfortunately, there wasn't much around. So we decided to head straight to our destination, which is the Intala Farm Resort, which is owned by our Ninang. It's such a great place to stay, super budget friendly for all 8 of us, with a pool and a peaceful farm environment. They even let us borrow their karaoke set, so we were in for a good time. So if you're planning a trip to Patar Beach, be sure to check out our Ninang's Farm Resort on Instagram. They have a page where you can inquire about staying there, and I believe it was just built last year, so the place is still quite new. They also have plans to improve the area and make it even more beautiful for visitors like us. Our room was really spacious for all of us. It had 2 double beds, 1 single bed, and 2 extra mattresses, along with its own private bathroom. Inside, there was also a round table and an air conditioner for extra comfort. Plus, there's a nice outdoor area with a table and chairs, perfect for enjoying our meals, resting, or just relaxing while taking in the beautiful view outside. Once we got settled, we were all starving, so we started preparing for brunch. We cook up some delicious sinigang, adobo, and fried dishes like lumpia, eggs, and tuyo. Everyone pitched in to help with the meal, and it turned out to be such a beautiful memory. After we filled up, we took a little rest before heading out to explore. So here's the view of the private pool surrounded by farmland and nestled in the middle of a rock formation mountain. It was incredibly peaceful and quiet. I think they still have plans to make the pool even more beautiful, but one of the best thing about it is that the water comes from a deep well, so there's no chlorine at all. They also set up the karaoke for us, which was a new addition to the resort, and we got a chance to try it out for the first time. Everyone was a singer. After a few hours of rest, we headed to the Enchanted Cave. The drive was such a treat. We enjoyed a beautiful road trip with coconut trees lining the path and the soothing sound of the ocean waves crashing in the distance. It was so calming and scenic, adding to the excitement of reaching our destination. This was actually my second time visiting the Enchanted Cave, but the first time was when I was just 12 years old, and back then I didn't fully appreciate the place, but this time I was able to take in all the beauty it has to offer. Once you arrive, you will notice a few souvenir stands where you can pick up something special to take home as a memento of your visit. Before heading in, don't forget to pay the entrance fee, and you will receive a blue wristband, which gives you an access to the cave itself and the swimming areas. It's a nice touch, as it helps you keep track of who's allowed to go in, ensuring a smooth and enjoyable experience for everyone. place is massive and stunning, but there are a lot of stairs. So get ready for some trekking. We walked toward to the pool while waiting for a turn to go inside a cave, as it was pretty crowded at that time. So this outing was actually a team trip for my husband's workmates, and I was lucky enough to tag along. Big thanks to them for letting me join. There are also several spots around the compound where you can take photos, selfies, or group shots. It's a great place to capture some memories of your visit. On our way to the pool, we also saw some old rock giant clams or taclobo along the path. There were beautiful flowers in their garden as well, adding a nice touch to the scenery. And I think there's also a restaurant and a coffee shop on the property, making a great spot to relax and enjoy a meal or a drink. At this point, I was expecting the pool to be much bigger, but it turned out to be a small one. Still, it was perfect for us to enjoy while waiting to be called to enter the cave. It's so peaceful here without any music. All you can hear are the birds and the insects chirping around. It really adds to the calm vibe. And then finally, we headed to the Enchanted Cave. We had such a great time exploring beneath the ground, and I didn't manage to get any footage inside the cave because we were so caught up in the experience. We even swam with the help of the life vest, and while it was a little scary at first, it was totally worth it. After having an amazing time at the Enchanted Cave, we headed straight to the Patar Beach even though we were still wet from the cave. Once we got there, we enjoyed the fresh air, and the best part was that we only had to pay for the environmental fee. There were also some stalls selling souvenirs so you could grab a little something to remember the trip by. One thing we love about the Patar Beach was the white sand. It's absolutely beautiful. However, it was a bit crowded since it was the weekend. We searched for a great spot to settle in so we could swim and fully take in the beauty of the place. We also tried the banana boat, and it was such an exciting yet scary experience at the same time. We were screaming and laughing as we rode the banana boat out in the middle of the ocean. The ride felt too short, and honestly, we all wanted more. It was such a fun thrill. That night, these two lovebirds grilled some pork for our dinner. I marinated the pork and they cooked it for us. So sweet of them. Afterward, we took the chance to swim in the pool and have a little conversation. But honestly, I was so tired and sleepy from that day adventure, and I fell asleep right after taking a shower. The next morning, my boo and I went out to attend the worship service at the local ng Bolinao. After about an hour, we headed back to the resort to prepare breakfast and get ready for another adventure. Since we only had one night here, we didn't want to think about our work waiting for us on Monday, and we just wanted to enjoy the rest of the trip. For breakfast, we made use of the ingredients left over from yesterday. These two are so creative and love to cook, and we all help each other whip up a meal for everyone. We had stir-fried kangkong, fried banana, tuyo, eggs, fried sweet potato, pandesal, and fried rice. It was so delicious. At this time, I also took the chance to swim in the pool while it was still cold and early in the morning. It was such a little exercise to warm up for the day, and some of them joined in too. While waiting for everyone to finish prepping and relaxing, we enjoyed our swim. Afterward, we packed up our things, cleaned up the area, and got ready to head out. It was such an amazing experience, and we will definitely come back. The accommodation was great, and they even had free brewed coffee this morning, which was a nice touch. A few minutes later, we drove to Bolinao Falls, leaving behind this beautiful place. We really didn't want to go, but well, we had to. And we didn't expect the falls to be so far away, but luckily, we had a tourist guide to show us the way. So we just sat back, relaxed, and enjoyed the ride. When we arrived, we took some photos, paid for the entrance fee and life vest, and got ready for the adventure. There was also a short trek to the falls, but the scenery was so beautiful it made the walk worth it. We couldn't wait to swim under the falls. Once everyone was ready, we made our way down to the falls. There were a lot of people there, including some tourists. It was everyone's first time swimming there, and I was so excited. Big thanks to the life vest again for helping me feel confident in the water. The place was stunning, and there was even a spot where people could jump into the water, but I'm not quite as adventurous as they are. We didn't get any videos of us swimming since the tour guide took all of our things while we were enjoying the swim. After that, we cleaned ourselves up, and that was the last stop on our Bolinao trip. On our way home, we made a quick stop to grab some burgers. I promised everyone we'd have lunch at home, but since we were enjoying the trip so much, the time got away from us and it ended up being our dinner instead. We also bought some corn for snacks and had a little chat while the crew at the burger stop was still cooking our orders. During our road trip, there were a lot of vendors by the sidewalk selling watermelon and dried fish as pasalubong. Then, out of nowhere, it started to rain. My sweet driver was getting a little sleepy, so we decided to make a stop. We pulled over at the Poblacion view deck to stretch out and wake up before continuing to drive. We also stopped by my parents' house for dinner. My mom prepared some delicious food for us, but I was busy getting my baby's things ready, so I didn't manage to take any videos at that time. Of course, I really miss home and it was so nice to see my parents again. On our way to Expressway, we made a quick stop at the Starbucks to grab some coffee since everyone was feeling sleepy and tired. This trip was truly one to remember. Thank you so much for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe.